I have to be honest with you guys, this is probably one of the strongest strength builds you can make in Elden Ring right now. I'm talking big damage, insane survivability, and nearly instant blood loss on your enemies. Real quick guys, this month I'm giving away a free monitor. Thanks to my amazing partnership with BENQ, everyone is eligible to enter this giveaway for the chance to win a BENQ EX2710S monitor. This monitor features a 27-inch display, 1 millisecond response time, and 165 Hz. It also has Color Shuttle, which lets you fine-tune your display, and HDRI, which offers more saturated colors and vivid imagery. All you have to do is click the link in the pinned comment below to enter. The more entries you submit, the higher your chances are of winning. I will select the winner on June 15th. Good luck, everyone. If you're looking for a weapon that's capable of taking down even the toughest bosses in Shadow of the Erdtree, then let me introduce you to the Bloodfiends Arm Colossal Weapon. Colossal Weapon attacks are slow and methodical, but can deal some big damage with the right timing. The Bloodfiends Arm scales primarily with Strength and Arcane. Strength will increase your overall damage output, while Arcane increases your blood loss buildup after you apply a blood affinity. The Bloodfiends Arm also gives you the freedom to apply any Ash of War you like, and for this build, we're going to be using Endure. This Ash of War decreases all the damage you take by nearly 50% and also increases your poise, allowing you to absorb more hits without being staggered or interrupted. If you apply the blood affinity with this Ash of War, you can achieve over 200 blood loss buildup per hit. Since blood loss will happen almost instantly, you can benefit greatly from using the Lord of Blood's Exaltation on this build. This powerful talisman increases your attack power by 20% for 20 seconds whenever blood loss is in the vicinity. Since charged heavy attacks play a huge role in the effectiveness of this build, the Axe Talisman is an absolute must-have since it increases the damage of your charged heavies by 10%. I'm also using the Rakshasa's armor, which adds nearly 10% extra damage when all 4 pieces of armor are equipped. The playstyle for this build is very simple. Activate the Endure Ash of War so you can absorb as much damage as possible and increase your poise for 3 seconds, and then unleash as many charged heavy attacks as you can. You'll find yourself able to kill the toughest enemies incredibly fast, while also being able to take a substantial amount of damage before needing to drink an HP flask. I did an entire playthrough using this build, and I can confidently say it was one of the easiest playthroughs I've had so far. Even easier than the double greatsword jump attack strength build that I posted about a week ago. I think this build is perfect for any player that wants to deal the maximum amount of damage without having to worry about dodging or getting your attacks interrupted. Your stats for this build should look something like this. Ideally, you would want 60 vigor on the build for the most optimal amount of HP, but you can get away with 50 if you want to invest more of your level points into Strength or Arcane, for example. I have 15 Mind, which is more than enough to use your Ash of War consistently and summon a Mimic tier if you need it. 35 Endurance is just enough for you to equip the Bloodfiend's Arm, a Seal, the Armor, and all 4 Talismans before reaching a heavy equipment load. I have 60 Strength, which is the soft cap for physical attack power, 25 Faith, so I can cast Golden Vow and Flame grant me strength, and 55 Arcane, which allows you to achieve over 200 blood loss buildup with the Blood Affinity. The main weapon on this build is a fully upgraded Bloodfiend's Arm using the Endure Ash of War with the Blood Affinity. This Ash of War actually comes with this weapon, and when activated, absorbs enemy damage and increases your poise so you can deal consecutive heavy attacks without being interrupted. This Ash of War is crucial for this build to be effective. You can see here nearly 700 physical attack power, C tier scaling for strength, B tier scaling for arcane, and 212 blood loss buildup per attack. This weapon can be farmed by killing the Blood Fiend enemies, which you'll find scattered all across the map in the DLC. If you want the best place to farm these enemies, I would go to the Prospect Town. In my left hand, I have a basic finger seal that I use to cast the 2 incantations on this build. Golden Vow increases your offense by 15% and your defense by 10%, and Flame Grant Me Strength increases your physical and fire affinity attack power by an additional 20%. Activating these 2 incantations before any difficult fight will turn you into a killing machine. For the armor, I'm using the full Rakshasa set. This armor set is perfect for this build because each piece adds roughly 2% extra damage to the build, giving you a total of 8% extra damage when all pieces are equipped. 8% might not seem like a lot, but when you factor in the extra damage from your incantations and talismans, it's well worth it. To get this armor, you will need to kill the Rakshasa mini-boss located in the eastern nameless mausoleum. The first talisman I'm using on this build is the Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman, which enormously boosts physical damage negation. This talisman is crucial for survivability during your charged heavy attacks. Next, the Two-Handed Sword Talisman, which increases the damage of two-handed weapons by 15%. This is a new talisman that was introduced with the DLC and can be found at the highest point of the Temple Town ruins inside of a chest after killing one of the Horned Warrior enemies. I'm also using the Lord of Blood's Exaltation, which increases your attack power by 20% for 20 seconds whenever blood loss is in the vicinity. And lastly, the Axe Talisman, which increases the damage of your charged heavy attacks by 15%. The damage potential of this build is actually quite insane once you factor in all of the extra damage you're getting from your incantations, armor, and talismans. For my Wondrous Physick mix, I'm using the Opaline Hard Tier, which boosts all damage negation, stacking on top of Endure and the Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman. And I'm also using the Spiked Crack Tier, which boosts the damage of your charged heavy attacks even further. If you're looking for the strongest strength build to use in Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, you have to give this build a try. If you prefer dexterity focused builds, I uploaded one recently that uses one of the best new weapons in Elden Ring, the Backhand Blades. I also uploaded a Fire Knight Faith build that focuses on maximum fire damage with the Spear of the Impaler, a new boss weapon with an insanely powerful weapon skill that destroys everything. Links for both of these videos will be in the description below, and I highly recommend checking them out. If you enjoyed this video, a thumbs up would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more Elden Ring videos just like this one coming soon, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on those bell notifications so you are notified every time I drop a new video.